Well, federal stimulus funding is on the way to support San Diego Community College students. And joining us now with details is longtime leader of SDCCD, Chancellor Carroll. Chancellor, always good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
So let's first, because we have quite a list of things we need to get through this morning, but let's first talk about the federal stimulus money that's going to go toward the colleges, where that is going to help students.
Oh, it's going to help students immensely. Our district is receiving from all of the funds a little short of $100 million, which is a substantial infusion of support, and and about half of that is going to go to direct grants to students. So all of our students will be able to expect some funding directly. In addition, the funds will be used to help us with physical facilities, sanitation, also with providing support for some of our programs that have been hurt, actually, because of not having our campuses open, like our food services and bookstores. So this is a big infusion of dollars that will have a very salutary impact on all of our institutions.
And we know that there will be some classes in person this fall. What will that look like for students come fall?
Fall will be a mixed, I should say, first of all, the ultimate goal is total reopening by the spring semester. Between now and then, we will be incrementally opening up. In the fall semester, there will be a number of classes on campus. There will also be hybrid classes, and there will be classes that are exclusively online. So our students will be able to experience all three types of instruction. In addition, we will also be phasing into reopening the work environments so that people who are working remotely now will gradually be phased into working on site. So we're in the process of moving toward reopening, but doing so in a deliberate and careful manner as we watch the trajectory of the coronavirus COVID-19.
What the decision to not go back full-time in fall, as some other schools have made, was that really to accommodate students? Was that for vaccination reasons? What was the decision-making behind deciding to wait till spring to do that?
Well, we have two imperatives that we follow. The first is the absolute health and safety of our students and employees, and we have all those things have improved considerably. We are still needing to be cautious. So even many of the schools that have announced they will be open full-time in the fall aren't. Many of their class offerings are hybrid. We're doing roughly the same thing, but a little bit more deliberately and with a little bit more caution as we watch the trajectory of the disease. If we find during the fall semester that things have improved dramatically, then we can always move faster to reopening with our second set of late starting classes, our 8-week classes in the fall.
Got it. Well, let's move on to your retirement. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
But as to be expected, at least in my humble opinion, in true Constance fashion, you're not really retiring. You're going to be focusing on your role really to champion, which you already have been, getting 4-year degrees at the community college level. Can you talk a little bit about your role after your retirement?
Yes, as I tell my friends and colleagues, you're not going to see me in RV parks and Winnebagos, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's really not my style. My life is really a life of service. That's what I enjoy. You used the word focus, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I've formed a nonprofit organization that's called the California Community College Baccalaureate Association. We have a board of directors. The bylaws are in the works, and so in July we will take off. We want to provide support for institutions that are contemplating bachelor's degrees, providing professional development, technical assistance. We also want to share information so that everyone is up to speed regarding the other 25 states in America that empower their community colleges to offer bachelor's degrees. We will probably have a conference or two periodically, but that is going to be my primary work from here on out, focusing on the development and expansion of community college baccalaureate programs, but only in workforce fields, not to duplicate what the public universities are doing, but to focus on job training where the baccalaureate degree is required, and there is a gap in terms of providing that kind of education.
Well, I think it'll be a wonderful service to a lot of people to be able to achieve that. Finally, before we end, Chancellor, I need to ask you, after 17 years at the helm of SDCCD, you know, what do you think about when you look back at nearly 2 decades there and what's been accomplished?
Well, I first of all look back at the people. We were talking at our Chancellor's Cabinet the other day, the presidents and vice chancellors. They are all individuals whom I hired. Across the district, there are administrators, there are faculty members, there are staff members, all of whom were hired under my watch. And so when I think of my career, 28 years in the San Diego Community College District, I think first of people. Second, I think of facilities. Yesterday, we opened our 43rd building under our bond program. What a privilege to be associated with a process like that. It was the Child Development Center. Everyone was excited. There were little children there also, just enjoying the new physical plant that has been given to them because of the generosity of our voters. So as I look at City, Mesa, Miramar colleges and continuing education, I see all of the facilities that now better support our faculty and staff. And finally, I think of important programs, the baccalaureate programs, the San Diego Promise program that provides free tuition for students who are eligible. So, and I look at over 100,000 graduates over that period of time. And so I am very privileged and pleased to have been a part of all of this wonderful work in serving the San Diego region.
Well, and you have done such an incredible job at that. Chancellor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it and look forward to following your successes.
Thank you.
Take care. Well,